guys, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm gonna tell you the story of the Lorax by Dr. Seuss, and after that I will go in to answer all your questions. So if you're interested, just continue watching this vlog. The Lorax is a children's literature book written by Dr. Seuss on 1971. So the story follows the Lorax as he tries to protect the environment against all the person that tries to destroy it. He always protects the chocolate trees and the animals that lives there. But there comes the monster who always destroys the environment. He always cut the chocolate trees. He built a lot of buildings that surely destroys the environment. At first, the monster have just an axe that can smack one tree at a time. But as his business continued growing and expanding, he invented a super axe that can smack 4 trees at one smack. So when the chocolate trees are all gone, the factory also closed because he just depends on the chocolate trees, and the monster regret of what he has done. He regretted that he didn't listen to what the Lorax said, as the Lorax always come to him and said that I am the Lorax and I speak for the trees. He regretted what he has done. So if you were in the place of the Lorax, what will you do just to protect the environment? Are you going to have the same way of what the Lorax did, or you have another way of protecting the environment? So whatever will be your answer to that question, I know that we have the different ways, a lot of ways of protecting our environment. This question we have here, describe the characters. Actually, there are a lot of characters in the story, like the hummingfish, the brown barbeloots, the Wansler, and the Lorax. But to the answer of this question, they will just focus on the main characters, which are the Lorax and the Wansler. The Lorax is an orange, furry, yellow mustache fictional character in the story. He is the one that is assigned to protect the environment. He was the one who always protect the chocolate trees and the hummingfish and the brown barbeloots. Contrarily, the Wansler in this story serves as the destroyer of the environment. He always cut the chocolate trees. He always thinks of his own good for the expansion of his business. So that's the question is, were the illustrations engaging? Yes, the illustrations were really engaging. It was eye-catching that can really catch the attention of the reader. It was also colorful that is very suitable for the kids, since this book is a children's literature. And I'm sure that the reader will really love to read this book because of this kind of illustrations. Third question is, what can you say about the plot? The plot of the story is presented as step-by-step of cause and effect. It started when the Wansler destroys the environment, when he always cut the chocolate trees. He always thinks of his own good for the expansion of his business. He didn't he didn't listen to what the Lorax said to him. He never thinks of what will be the result of what he is doing. The story ends when there is no more chocolate trees and the factory closed. During this time, the Wansler regretted of what he has done. And suddenly he started to plant a seed of a tropola trees and protects the environment. So I would like also to appreciate the way it is written of how your action can cause harm to others when you never think the effect of the particular actions. Was the dialogue believable? Yes, it was believable because it really happens in our society nowadays. Wherein the people who doesn't take care of our environment and continue smacking the trees in the forest. I would describe the Lorax as the government who always protect the people who didn't follow the law of the government and who always thinks of their own good. Question is, were the events believable? Yes, it was. It really happens nowadays in our society, as what I've said earlier. Um, there are a lot of people who destroys the environment, and there are also people fight against those ones just to protect our environment. And thank you for all of you who did a great job. Can you tell what is the purpose of the author? I think the purpose of the author in writing this story is to make the reader aware of what they are doing. Another purpose for me is to let the reader know that environment plays an important role in our lives. Maybe our environment can't live without us, but we need to always remember that um, we also need the Mother Earth to live. Question is the author's purpose accomplished? Yes, Dr. Seuss really accomplished his purpose of writing this story, of writing this book. Because for me, as one of the reader of this story, now I want to have a group of people that will plant more trees and create a group of people that will take care of our environment and um fight those people who destroys our environment. Lastly, I want also to have an advertisement that will showcase the importance of our Mother Earth and what will happen if we will don't take care of our environment. Next question is, what did you learn from the book while reading? You know what I've learned from the story is that even if we are just a normal citizen of this world, we can do a particular action that will make a change. We need to change our attitude that only thinks of our own goods, of our own success. We need to think maybe the effect of our action. Question is, share a quote from the book that you have found interesting. You know, the line that I love the most while reading this story is this: a tree falls the way it leans. Be careful which way you lean. I think what the Lorax wanted to say is that we need to be careful of what we are doing right now, because not all of our action will have a good result, but rather most of it will cause harm to others and to ourselves if we will not think first of what will be the result of this action. Is, would you recommend this book and to whom? This book is a children's literature, but I would like to recommend this to all people because this is not just for kids, but it also for all the people because it creates an awareness of our environment. So I want all to read this so that everyone will really think before they take an action. So that's it. Guys, that's all for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button beside it to be notified whenever I made a new video. And please do like and share this video. And if you want me to have a video for you, don't hesitate to message my account, that is Vanessa Rebaja. So thank you guys for watching. See you on my next vlog. Bye!